we had a pretty good team. And to be able to play with the guys in prison who had never accomplished nothing in their lives before, a lot of them, you know what I mean? And to bond with them in a different kind of way. It was almost like I was a lot of people's strength inside. People fed off my strength. But, you know, when I scored 100 points in a game, they came to me and said, "You gotta score more, man, you gotta score." I said, "Score more?" They said, "Yeah, because look at the recognition." They was getting calls from their wives and letters on the phone, and they was telling them what other people were saying. It was bigger than just basketball. To me, it was, I didn't want to let down who had so much confidence in me, who believed in me. So I said, okay. And the next game is when I scored 135 points.
Well, I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. And I done said the right thing, but it must have used the wrong line. I took the right road, but it must have took a wrong turn.
By 1971, Earl Monroe was a household name. His creative style had made him a legend, and the Bullets became the hottest ticket in town.
When I played at Baltimore, people kept saying, "He's a hot dog, he's a hot dog." And then they started seeing the seats fill up, and then it became, oh, great player.
But when it came time to renew his contract, the Bullets made a less than satisfactory offer to their franchise player. Even worse, they did it in public.
I felt betrayed, and I said, I'm not going to play here anymore. And then I got an agent, Larry Fleischer, so that's when I started going visiting the ABA teams. And I went out to Indiana, and you know, they offered me a nice contract.
The ABA was characterized by its colorful basketball and attitude to match. The upstart league challenged the NBA for its top young players.
I called Larry back and said, oh, they treat me real well. Roger Brown was playing, Nell Leckie, Freddie Lewis. And then after the game, they went up into the locker. Now, all those guys were tough. And I saw Roger get a gun out, and I saw another guy get a gun out of the small locker. So I went right to a payphone in the hallway, and I said, Larry, I don't think this is the place for me. And so he said, well, you know, I have a deal on the table with the Knicks.
Monroe to the forecourt on the right side. Monroe puts the ball on the floor. On the left side, Monroe. Monroe cuts to the left. He drives, he stops, jumps. Yes.
You're talking about a guy who was happy to get him to play for us. Oh, I was so happy.
Rebound, Monroe. Young comes from 20. Yes.
And I told him, man, I'm tired of playing against you.
For the 20-foot jump. Yes. And a stand and cheer for Earl Monroe.
But Monroe, who was used to dominating the floor, had to change his game to fit the style of the Knicks. Led by their own star guard, Walt Frazier.
Stops the jump. Yes.
Everybody said it wasn't going to work, and it did. It worked well.
Question about it. His best performance as a New Yorker.
I think Earl did the thing that he knew he had to do. When we gave the ball to Clyde, that was his basketball, and he ran the show.
Frazier, jumper. Yes.
And Earl, I'm a shooting guard, and when he get me the ball, I'm going to do my thing. And he wanted to make it work because he knew thought he would have a shot at winning the ring.
And we just kept winning and winning.
Have defeated the Los Angeles Lakers by the score of 102-93, and they race off the court here at the Forum in Los Angeles with the 1973 World Championship, doing it in time, reversing the scene of a year ago.
Winning championship, you know, that was like heaven for me.
By 1975, Bob Love was a three-time NBA All-Star who led his Chicago Bulls to the conference finals against the Golden State Warriors, led by superstar Rick Barry, and coached by North Carolina A&T alumnus Al Attles.
We won like 48 games in the season, but I didn't realize we lost something like the last 12 out of 15 games or something like that. So now we get to the playoffs and everybody goes, oh, well, now they're going back where they belong.
In a hard-fought 7-game series, Attles recognized that Love was the key to the Bulls' offense. Using fresh players from his bench, he wore Love down.
Well, I had to score, and I had to guard Rick Barry all the time. In that last 5 minutes of the game, I just got wore down.
They are turning in a spurt, and it was traveling ball. They have turned it over.
We got out-coached.
The ball is over. Look at this crowd in Oakland. They are going wild. They are mobbing their Warriors.
Now we end up going to play with the Bullets. We had gone full circle. We had gone from a league that I came into that had 4 blacks on the team to a team that now had 10 blacks on the team. And people kind of, I think, were waiting for us to lose.
Coach K.C. Jones and his Washington Bullets are heavy favorites to rip through the Warriors in quick order. The Bullets dethroned the Boston Celtics in 6 games in the semifinals with the high-powered offense of the Big E, Elvin Hayes, going away.
Despite the predictions, the Warriors won the first 3 games of the series and were closing in on the championship.
So Reardon knows what he has to do against Rick Barry. It'll be belly button to belly button.
Facing a sweep, Bullets head coach K.C. Jones assigned journeyman Mike Reardon to neutralize Rick Barry.
If you are a team that is supposed to be up 3-0, and you're down 3-0, you're going to do anything that you can to try to get back. Because all it needs is 1 game. If you get 1 game under your belt, then everything could change.
And Reardon is doing a very strong job on Barry, even though he's...
But I didn't want Rick to get in a confrontation, because if they both get kicked out, who wins that?
Out on top to Ray. Ray gives the ball to Barry. Barry still has the shot. Barry crowded by Reardon, who fouls him. Reardon was manhandling him in a near fight. Reardon trying to get away, and Alvin Attles was out to break up the fight, and Attles now is in a wild slugging match. The 245-pound Wesley Unseld started to trade punches with Attles. Attles was out purely as a peacemaker, and Attles is being dragged away by his assistant coach, Joe Roberts.
People thought I got out there to fight somebody. That's the last thing on my mind. I'm not going to fight anybody.
You have to know this was a violent and flagrant act by Mike Reardon.
The referee said, we're not going to have any fighting in our game. I said, fighting? I'm not fighting. I said, that guy over there was trying to fight Rick. So they kicked me out of the game.
He's thrown Attles out of the game. This is disgraceful. This is disgraceful. Al Attles has been ejected from a game in which the Warriors are going crazy.
Al was the only guy that nobody fought. They would call him the tank. The little tank. Well, he was like a bulldozer. Man, everybody wanted to be Al's friend. I want to be Al's friend. Oscar wanted to be Al's friend. All the guards want to be his friend. You know, don't get mad at me, man. I'm sorry.
Ray comes up and hits it. 3 points and 4 8. It is knocked off by him. Ray inside of the defense. Porter has it blocked. Turn around.
Despite the loss of Attles, the Warriors kept it close and earned a chance to seal the victory.